right, so we are getting ready to ship our clothing, and what I'm doing is I am moving the clothes from in there to in here, so I can get it over here, so that way the process will be faster. I don't have to run in there, get it, and come back. So I'm gonna move these over in the area to get these shipped out. All right, so I have all the clothing right here, and I have my bags to put them in. These are suffocation bags, and these are just bags from, I think, Uline. Yes, Uline, that we get. And then these are bigger bags. If I do have a lot more, we'll put in there. So the numbers of how I number the system, I know we've probably shown you guys this before, but they're just these little tags that I got off of Amazon, and they're numbered 1 to 100. So I start from down there, and then I just work my way down. So we're gonna ship out number 100. So this shirt is going to be packed up. Also, as you guys remember that our Wi-Fi is down, I was able to connect this computer to my hotspot on my phone. But the thing is my hotspot on my phone, apparently there's like a limit. So I may have to call if it does start slowing down, because I'm like at 75% use of the limit of the hotspot. I don't know. Anyways, everything's working as it should, so we'll get to going on the packing. So all of the clothes have been shipped out. We're gonna go take those to the post office. And I just want to take a minute to thank you guys so much for coming out to the clothing show. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. And we are going to go to the grocery store and go to the gym and drop off the packages. So let's go do that.
So we are back from the gym, and Kayla did all the packing this morning. And we had the one eBay order, which was a Mustang clock spring, which is that spring in your steering wheel that when you put one of your blinkers on and then you turn your steering wheel, there's a spring in there that actually makes that thing go back, so you don't have to manually do it. And we sold one of those for $35. Again, we do appreciate everybody coming out to our Whatnot show. Went off without a hitch. We were supposed to get our Wi-Fi router today. We just got notified by the UPS that it will not be here until tomorrow evening, if not later than that. So that's sad. And also, Better Bins is way behind today. We were supposed to get a new Freshie dumpster this morning, and we have not received one, and I think it's going on 4 or 5 o'clock. They said they're en route right now, so hopefully they'll get here, and then I'll be able to clean out both trailers because we bought another 10 by 20 unit down in Murrells Inlet that I have to pick up, I think, on Wednesday. And then, so we have a lot going on. By tomorrow, we want to go ahead and make sure we have our first Christmas show up and running on Whatnot. So that's what my plan is right now, is to go downstairs, get some more stuff for sale. We will have some Millionaire Locker ornaments that we went over last vlog, I think, or 2 vlogs ago. Kayla did pick the ones that she wanted. She kept about half. Now, I did see a lot of comments, keep all, and by all means, I told her keep as many as you want, keep all of them. I don't know if we'll ever run into ornaments of that high quality ever again in a storage locker, and she said no, she only wanted, there's certain. Now, she did keep, again, half of them, and then we're going to sell half. We'll trickle them through the entire 4 shows, just because if somebody wants one or wants to bid on one and they can't make one show, I don't want all of them wrapped up in one show where people don't have an opportunity to at least get 1 or 2 of these really awesome glass ornaments. So without further ado, we're going to get some work done. I think the last time we saw it, this is the only thing that we had going on. I've not taken any pictures. Kayla's going to go ahead and post the Whatnot show so you can bookmark these. Go ahead, bring all of this stuff up here and then go through it. Probably not the buffalo. I think the buffalo is going to end up going to the booth, and she still hasn't really figured out what she wants to do in the house. This is all eBay stuff that I have to list. Whole bunch of eBay going on in here that I got to list. A lot of it comes from the storage lockers, and then we have some other stuff. What is that? I thought that I didn't have any more of these. I might have to actually redo that. That was an eBay listing, and I thought that all those were empty. So I think those things go for like $300 or $400. And then, like I said, we're going to go ahead and just try to sell as much as we can. In these Christmas shows, I think that we're going to end up doing, actually, is that we're going to have Christmas. Obviously, a lot of it is going to be Christmas when we're auctioning. Now, we are, I think, going to bump up our buy it nows, and they're going to be more of like hard goods, as I call them, or like maybe some clothing, maybe some shoes, maybe some other stuff that we're getting out of these storage units, that you can still buy the stuff out of the storage units at a buy it now price on Whatnot that is actually usually cheaper than an auction price on Whatnot. So I think we're going to end up having maybe 20 to 30 buy it nows each show, so people can have the opportunity. I might even throw up some of them expensive Civil War stuff that we found. Now, it's not going to be cheap, but I might throw, if somebody wants some of those artifacts, I might just go ahead, throw some of those up on a lot. And that, again, will be starting on November 8th at 6 p.m. is when we're starting those. So we want to get a good jump on these to make sure we have enough time and enough stuff. We're supposed to get rain for the next 4 days. We're obviously praying for Jamaica. When this video comes out, that hurricane is most likely or definitely already hit them. And we're just praying for their safety down there because that is one scary looking storm. So, but without enough chatting, let's bring up some of those ornaments. I'm going to show you the ornaments that I'm going to go ahead and probably run on the first show so you know what to look forward to. So these are the ones that I picked out for the first show. I think we're going to run about 6 or 8, I think, a show. So right here, you do have a very nice gold one. This is one of the larger ones. And then you do have one here. This one's special because I think it has a bigger one of these little top pieces. Nice red and pink. And then you do have another one here, which is like a red-orange almost with a swirl on it. And then here you do have a texture one. Kayla kept a lot of these. These are also way more lightweight than the other ones. More of a texture, and this is going to be a blue and gold. Back here, just a gold one with like a really cool texture and a flake on it. And then you do have one in here that is a tiny little guy, earth tone, brown to gold. And then here is a little red one. This one will not be coming with a box, the red one, because I don't have another box for it. But check it out. And then again, these will all be up for auction starting off at $2. And then we will be doing the entire set of the Christmas Magic ones. So all these are those vintage Disney ones that we got out of a storage locker. And we're going to go ahead and get these started off at $2. And we're doing all of them. So a lot on this first show. Take a look at that guy. A lot on this first show is going to be definitely decor and ornaments. And honestly, most of our shows will probably be doing that because we will be having the Winterberry, Folkscraft Winterberry stuff, obviously. All of this will be for sale. We do have some creamers. We do have, I think this one right here is a, what do we got going on here? All-purpose pitcher, 24 Florida ounces. So you got that, and then we do have some teacups, some 8-ounce cups, and then you do have some saucers. I'm going to go ahead and pair them together so you get the whole set when you're bidding on them, and they are brand new. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead, fill in some holes here. Again, we're hoping to get at least 120 items for auction, or 115, 114, and then some buy it nows. I do hear a freshie outside. Freshie dumpster. I got to get a shirt that says, I love freshie dumpsters, I love a full tank of gas, and I love paper towels. For some reason, they're my favorite things in life at this point. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, just go through it. I do need a lot more. Like I said, last year we ran out of Christmas stuff thinking that we had a lot and we didn't. So I don't know if we're going to maybe do stuff a little bit different on the last show, but we're going to go all out on these first shows and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get to picking stuff to put on here. I don't know exactly how much I showed. We do have these blown glass hummingbirds for sale. They'll be going up. Then we have some huge lots of ornaments. And like I said, I'm trying to put things in sets, obviously. The 3 wise men from Jim Shore, I think I've already showed those. And then we do have multiple hallmarks going up for sale. And then, you know, some glass spun stuff, some Foldscraft stuff. You definitely want to be out here because those are expensive hallmarks and we're starting off at only $2 for those. So we're going to go ahead, get these exactly where I want them, start posting them on the Whatnot show so you guys can see exactly what you can bid on, and also, again, more buy it nows next time. So we have 114 Christmas items, but most of these have multiple, like, lots in them. So I think there's probably 300, maybe 350 items actually for sale or auction on this day. Let me show you what I've got so far. Most of them are Christmas, some of them are not. You already seen this back wall here. Then you do have all this Christmas stuff. You do have like all the Disney stuff. These actually, like this one, and this one back here was from Christmas in July. And this also came out of the Millionaire Locker, but the payment didn't go through. We do have these, obviously. They're the vintage ones. This right here came out of the Millionaire Locker. I thought it's not Christmas related, but this is one of the last Millionaire Locker things that we have. It's just that really cool wooden platter thing that's really nice. And then, so you could put it out for Christmas. Seems Christmassy. And then this down here is gold box. Seems Christmassy. Millionaire Locker, that's also, I think, like this silver plate type of bowl. So we'll go ahead and sell that. You got a rock back there just because, you know, who doesn't like a good rock? Then you do have an Anna Lee here. And then you do have all the buyer stuff. Now with these, they did have those, that like white sticky caulk stuff on the bottom. And I tried my best. Like Goo Off is actually messing up the finish of the base. So I don't want to use Goo Off. But I did the best that I could, and we're selling those in different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. And then this guy right here, we're probably gonna add one more to him, but he's the really expensive bird from Hallmark that sold comps on eBay. Without the box for some reason is like 75 bucks. With the box is $90. So I don't know if it's like a 1 year type of thing. I don't know, but everything's cleaned up. The Freshie dumpster's already been here, so tomorrow I'm gonna list all of this stuff on Whatnot so you can see it. And then throughout the week, we'll go ahead and just put up our buy it nows. On this show, Kayla might have a whole bunch of hang-on charms and purse charms, and maybe even some pins for sale on the buy it now. So definitely, if you want to be involved in this one, it's gonna be a really awesome show and a good way to start November. So I'm gonna go ahead, switch my clothes because it is cold and raining outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some rain gear on. Go out in the backyard. Just know we got a big dumpster and we got trailer loads full of stuff that is actually, when you see the video, you understand why we needed a Freshie dumpster because it is bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the lights here and most likely see y'all later. It is late in the evening. As you can tell, it's dark outside, although it is getting obviously darker sooner. But we've had a crazy long day. We just dropped a video on the Bearded Thrift Machine of the Lyman's Locker. A lot of that stuff actually selling right now on eBay, and a lot of it's actually already sold. So that was very high quality stuff. My dad got some, I got some, and a lot of it was selling. What we did today, Kayla, I think there was a little clip probably before this. She did put the cat house together that somebody sent us, so we much appreciate that. And also that was featured on the Bearded Thrift Machine very soon. And then we also got everything out of that one side over here on the garages, and we put it all in here. And this is all the rest of the Christmas stuff that we have. So this is also booth. It is also Whatnot, and also some of the stuff that Kayla wants for the house. Now, it's not a whole bunch. I'll go ahead and show you upstairs what we got going on. What I am going to do is get these out of the way. These are the very expensive things that we have from the Millionaire Locker. I want to put those upstairs in a safe area so I don't trip on them and kick them and end up breaking all of the ornaments. It has also been very cold and rainy for the last 2 days. Daniel. Boop. And so we definitely have, it's just been cold and rainy. I just had sweet potato soup from the grind. Surprisingly delicious. So I think you guys all saw that this is completely done now, right? So I got 120. I did add 6 more items down here. So we are going to have 150 items for sale. And so far, this is my buy it now area. And my buy it now area is more like Christmas gifts or odds and ends. Like really cool buffalo looking skin thing. That's cool. We got like a purse. These are actually for airsoft or paintball, very high-end goggles here. You're going to get a lot of 3 of these. And most of this stuff is going to be, except for this, is going to be anywhere between 20 and 50 bucks. So we'll do like, you know, some cheaper things and more expensive things. Someone was asking about the lures. We got a whole bunch of lures in here we picked up out of a unit. That's going to be on the buy it now. These will be on the buy it now. Then we're doing like these random little lots of trinkets. That's going to be on buy it now. Even like a Wii game, a brand new wallet. And then even these knives are nice. And then they will be listed on buy it now also. Check them out. They're actually expensive knives. And I'll make sure I take some decent pictures of these. These 2 will be buy it now. You know, probably 20 bucks for both of them. The pins that we got out of the Civil War locker, they're going to be buy it now. So a ton of that stuff. And like I said, that's not actually up yet, but tomorrow hopefully will be up. We only have this left that's Christmas. These right here are going to be giveaways. This is booth stuff. And then we will be having, most likely, we're going to have another clothing show because we have tons of clothing. Kayla's got tons and tons of clothing. And we might do, I'm not going to call it like a reseller lot, but we are going to be doing something with this. This all needs to be sold by next year. We want to go into the new year with like very little items like we do every year. So I don't know if we want to go ahead and do like big lots of stuff. I don't know what she wants to do, but hopefully we can get rid of all this in November. On one of the last videos, we'll do this huge clothing show, and that might be the last one in November. And we did have 2 eBay sales, both out of the lineman's locker. Let me show you what they are. This just sold for $60 or $65 plus shipping, and then this guy right here just sold for $100 plus shipping. And I have 3 of these left. I have no more of those left. And a lot of the lineman stuff, like I said before, has already sold. And so it was a good locker. It really was a good locker. We bought a couple more lockers after that. And I'm telling you, I think sometimes you're just really good at picking lockers. And then like reality sits in and you pick like 5 bad ones in a row and messes with your brain later. But the thing is, it's just one of those things that you got to keep going after it. And it's like the law of good numbers. If you keep buying, you'll end up hitting something good in one of these lockers. We know good stuff is in the lockers, but we've hit some real bad ones lately that have been not so good. Now tomorrow morning, I will be up again at 5:30 in the morning, going back down to Surfside. I bought another 10 by 20. Me and Dad are gonna try to load at least half of it up in Woodrow, bring it back. Dad and Mom are going on a cruise. How cool is that? It is nowhere near the affected areas in the hurricane. Obviously went through Jamaica. Our prayers go out to them and anybody in that path, because that was a bad storm. But my parents are going further up in the Bahamas, so they, that's obviously that hurricane will be long gone by the time they're down there. And so Dad's not going to be able to help picking up the second half of this, but I should be able to handle that maybe on Friday. We have the biggest U-line order coming in Thursday, which tomorrow's Wednesday. It's coming in Thursday. It is the most expensive we've ever, had. We bought like this big hopper thing for the tractor's forklift, so we can put stuff in it and dump it easier, like especially like little things when we go through stuff. We have a lot of trash, paper, whatnot. This is a half-yard hopper that has like a pool attached to it. You put on your forks, you throw everything in it, and then you move it over to the dumpster, and then you just dump it like that. It was expensive, but I've been using the bucket. The bucket is very small and can only hold a little bit. This is a half-yard hopper. It should be perfectly fine, and we're going to use it for some other stuff. And also, we did buy a shed for the business. Very small shed. I think it's a 10 by 10 or 11 by 11. Probably smaller than that. Where like the hopper, the pallets, some other stuff that we're going to do. And we're going to rearrange the backyard because we are getting more things. You can tell we're buying more units. We're getting more bigger items. We've been giving a ton of stuff away for free on Facebook Marketplace. But some of the stuff we're going to have to end up selling. Like we have to sell good quality stuff on Facebook Marketplace to make any money. And really, we've been giving everything away for free, basically. So what we're trying to do is get a system where we can have stuff at the house for sale on Facebook Marketplace. That's why we bought this little shed. So you get to see us construct this shed hopefully next week. Hopefully the weather will hold out and we can get that done. We already have a place for it where I think it'll be fine. It'll look really nice there. And then we're going to put like the trailers behind it or one trailer behind it. So it'll all work out. That's the plan. Our Wi-Fi is still not here yet. The router, believe it or not, was supposed to be delivered by UPS. And they said that it was delayed and going to come today. And then I took a look at the tracking. Kayla handed me the phone. She said, I don't know why it's not here. It was signature required, but they never left a note stating like they were here or something. So that wasn't great. But then you can actually just go online and sign it and just say drop it off. So we did that. So hopefully we can get the Wi-Fi router today or tonight. It's already 7 or 7:30. And hopefully it comes in, they said by 9 o'clock. And then hopefully we can get this guy out here either Thursday or Friday to set us up for next week where we can have good internet. Because right now we had to buy more data for our phones to get hotspots for these computers to run the business. So it's been kind of annoying. It's working out fine. It's just that when Wi-Fi's not working, ain't nothing working. So what I'm going to do is continue on getting the buy it nows where I want and also picking out 11 or 12 giveaways that I think are awesome. And then I will go ahead and pack these items up right now. And like I said, it is late. It's going on 7:30, 8 o'clock right now, but I have tons and tons to do in the next week. So we want to get this stuff done. And like I said, I'm waking up super early tomorrow again to head down to Surfside to pick up another locker. So a lot of stuff to do. We're going to go ahead, probably shut the camera off for the evening. I just want to give you a little update of what's going on today. And then tomorrow, I'm sure I'll see you bright and early. So set y'all's alarms, 5:30. I'll see you then. Another early morning for sure to go pick up another storage unit down at the beach, about an hour and 10 minutes away today. And it is 5:55. I got up at 5:30. We're going to go ahead, and it is cold. It is like, it only says it's 52 degrees outside or 50 degrees. I feel like it's like 40 degrees outside. It's cold. So we're going to go ahead, head on down there, take our time. We got Woodrow behind us. The pool's good. Not a lot of wind. It's been really windy the last couple of days. So I'm glad there's not a lot of wind today because it really affects this trailer the most. But we're going to go ahead and meet Dad down there, fill this trailer up, and bring it on back. So I am back home from picking that up a couple hours later. It is a lot of stuff. Woodrow's completely full, and I gotta check the tires real quick on them because they look slightly low, and there's not a lot of weight in there. And the last time I had the trailer out, it had a lot of weight, and tires look really, really low. So I do want to make sure that the tires are properly inflated as I drive this thing hours and hours and hours and hours. And it's cold outside, and obviously air condenses when it's cold or something, tire lights go on. And we do have 34 tires on the property to make sure everything is good to go. So that's, you know, we'll check tire pressure all day long. I do have to go get a decent tire pressure gauge from Tractor Supply probably pretty soon. A little bit better way to pump these tires up, because this little bullseye thing I got, again, good for emergencies, really not good for your primary way to pump tires. So I can hear Willow is out and about. Let's go in here, grab the little thing. This is still a mess. It is what it is. Tomorrow we're finishing up the project that I haven't shown y'all. And so we're gonna get that project done tomorrow. Actually, multiple projects will be done tomorrow. And then after that, we're gonna work on some Bearded Thrift Machine stuff. So definitely still a lot going on. We're hoping sooner or later, like after November, because we're gonna be selling a lot in November. We haven't even started selling in November yet, but we're gonna sell a ton obviously in November, and then hopefully in December we're gonna take a break from selling. We already know that. Maybe we got to take a couple days off to do some stuff that we want to do, because it has been super busy the last month, and it's gonna be super busy this month. As we get that little thing going, I actually got a second wind. I thought I was only gonna be able to do one tire with the battery, but so far it's actually on the 4th tire, which is very nice. We still gotta fill Kayla's up. Hers takes a lot because it's a big tire. But also I have to go up here and throw a bug bomb, or go get a bug bomb and throw a bug bomb in the trailer. Because let's just say we saw some animals up in this one. Outside unit, been there a while, and it was a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead, throw a bug bomb in here, kill all the creatures inside, and then start on this thing probably in a couple days. So the tires are filled up, and what we're gonna do today is actually a couple things for the Bearded Thrift Machine. We have some sponsorship stuff to get out of the way and sent over, and then also, I think the other day we put a huge U-line order in. They called me to schedule, and I scheduled it for Thursday. Then they sent me email and said it was gonna be today between 3 and 6. So I don't know if I have to call them. I'll be home between 3 and 6, so we'll be prepared to do that if they show up, or we'll be prepared tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow, Dad will be here to actually get one of the big projects done that we are trying to get done before he goes on his cruise. Actually, 2 projects will be done, hopefully, and then that will be good to go. And then after that, the huge project will probably take underway on the right side of the property. But other than that, what I'm going to do is go ahead and edit this video. We do appreciate everybody watching. Remember, we do have a huge Whatnot show coming up November 8th at 6 p.m. It's going to be our first Christmas show. All those links are down below. We do appreciate everybody that watches, and I will see you tomorrow.